Hi. When we do the time series forecasting, we look for some kind of a specific demand pattern to help us in forecasting. For example, we look for any trend, seasonality, some kind of intermittent demand, or no trend, or any kind of specific demand pattern that can give us some clue what's going on in the historical data. But sometimes, when I do the forecast, I do not find any clue in the historical data what's going on. I do not find any trend, any seasonality, nothing, right? So, how I do the forecast in those cases, I wanted to share some experience with you. Let's get started.
So this is the first case as you see in your screen. As you notice, we cannot say for sure if there is a trend in the data or there is no trend in the data. For example, some people might think the sales are going up, but in my opinion, it's not the case because after month 10, the sales started going down. So after month 12, we do not know for sure sales gonna go up or down. If it goes down, then there was no trend, right? And also, there is no such kind of seasonality exists in the data. So in these kind of cases, it's very difficult to find out which specific forecast method we should be using to forecast for the future period. So when I come across these kind of cases, I play around minimum and maximum point, and that gives me my baseline forecast, and then I add some kind of percentage on the baseline forecast. So in this case, month 4, I get the minimum demand, that is 20 pieces. Maximum I get on month 10. So I try to calculate the average of these two values. That's 20 plus 55 divided by 2. That gives me 37.5. And this is my baseline forecast. On top of it, I'm going to add some kind of percentage of baseline forecast to safeguard against some upside potential. In some cases, I can subtract it to safeguard against the downside potential. So in this case, I'm going to add it. So my forecast for month 13 would be 37.5 plus 10% of 37.5. That gives me total 41.25. So this is all subjective, depends on the person who is doing the forecast. He can add or subtract this value from the baseline forecast depending on his judgment. Second case, as you see in your screen, yes, so here you see the sales almost flat from month 1 through month 4, and after month 4 started going up. After month 8 went down, and month 8 through month 13 almost flat, and then it started going up, and month 15 is almost flat. So some people, right, who are not very experienced in forecasting would think there is some kind of seasonality in this data. For example, month 9 through month 13, some kind of seasonality we can observe. But in my opinion, there is no such case because after month 13, sales started going up without completing a full seasonal cycle, right? In this case. So, in my opinion, there was no kind of seasonality. It's misleading. So, when I come across this kind of situation, I try to calculate the total average from month 1 through month 15 in this case. So, my total average would be 42 pieces. And then I try to play around minimum and maximum point. I take the average of the difference between maximum and minimum point. In this case, month 3 is a minimum point and month 8 is a maximum point. But the difference between these two values will be 62 minus 29, and then I can take the average. 62 minus 29 divided by 2, that gives me 16.5. So my forecast for month 16 would be 42 plus minus 16.5. Again, this plus or minus is all subjective. So you can add it or subtract it. In my point of view, I'm going to add it because month 15, in my opinion, was higher than last 4 or 5 months of the historical demand. So month 16, I'm assuming, will be higher than month 13. So I'm going to add it. So that's how I will do the forecast in these kind of cases. The third one, as you see in your screen, the sales from month 1 through 4 is almost flat. Then there is a big upside, and after that is a big downside, month 6. and after month 6 sales start going up, and from month 8 through month 12 is almost flat. So as you notice, there's some kind of special event or some promotion or some discount activity happened on month 5 that triggered the customer demand. But what happened month 6? Why the sales are down? That's kind of weird to me. But in my opinion, what would have happened is customer might have placed a big demand on month 5. They might have some inventory already, so they did not need much in month 6. So they were just depleting the inventory. So after month 6, when they start depleting it, they're trying to catch up the demand. After month 7, probably they didn't have much inventory, and then the demand came back. From month 8 through month 12 is almost flat, similar to month 1 through month 4. So when I will start doing the forecasting on these kind of cases, it will be good for me if I have prior data before month 1. If it is, then I'm gonna observe some similar kind of activity happened last year as well or not. If there is no historical data available, then I'm going to rely on this data. But before doing the forecast, I'm going to talk with the sales team to understand if there was some kind of special event happened there, and what was that event, and what is the chances of this event happening next year. After talking with them, if I get a confidence that okay, the chances of this kind of event happening next year is also high, then besides doing the regular forecast, I will have some potential for upside the next year as well. But if we do not know for sure which specific month this upside going to happen, and if I know that's going to happen in Q2 sometime in summer, right? What I'll do, I'll take the average of month 4, month 5, and month 6, and then I will spread the forecast between these 3 months. Spread the forecast means spread the upside potential. So I'm going to spread month 4, month 5, and month 6. And after having the upside, I will have the feeling that okay, sales might go down. So the following month would be month 6 or month 7. I will keep my forecast low. But all other months, right, I'm going to keep my forecast to the regular or normal level. That's how I will do the forecast in these kind of cases. So those are all 3 cases that I discussed with you. There can be more than that, but the reason to discuss with you is to make you understand if you come across these kind of cases and no forecast method gonna apply, then you can use similar method that I showed to you to apply in those kind of cases. Again, this is all subjective. Depending on how you think will work for you, you should go ahead. But never use the regular forecasting method in these kind of cases when there is no specific demand pattern exist in the sales data.
Thanks for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe for more videos in the future. Talk to you next time. Take care.